Hi friends, today we will be talking about symbols of seductive love in Vermeer's paintings. People usually think about wine and music when it comes to seduction. So let's start by trying to find those things in these paintings. I'll give you 5 seconds. Well, how did you do? These are what I found, and no, some of the symbols are not obvious at all, especially in the bottom right painting, A Girl Asleep, which seems to have so many hidden clues, so we should get started with the video. I'm going to start by analyzing these two similar paintings together, the wine glass on the left and A Lady and Two Gentlemen on the right. What common symbols can you see in both paintings? Well, let's start with the most obvious one then, wine. In both paintings, there is wine, which is an aphrodisiac, a means to stimulate lust. In this painting, the wine glass, the woman is drinking the wine, trying to empty her glass. The man is holding the wine jug, ready to fill her glass. The seduction is obviously going on. He's looking intently, probably thinking to himself whether that will lower her inhibitions. In A Lady and Two Gentlemen, the man is also obviously bringing the glass of wine to the woman. The difference, though, is that in this painting, the woman is clearly smiling. She's happy about all this. She knows that she's being seduced, and she's happy about it. The seduction is reciprocal. What else can you see in these two paintings? Can you see the lute here and the sheet music? It's no secret that seduction involves music, be it in 17th century in Vermeer's time or even now, except that maybe it's jazz now. Back in the day it was probably not jazz. But do you notice something? The lute and the sheet music have been kind of pushed aside, and this signals that they have done their work, that harmony has been created, and that the woman and the man have moved on to the next stage of seduction, which is drinking. And we're back to these two paintings again. Do you see something on the stained glass window of these two paintings? That's the image of Temperance, the next symbol that we'll be talking about. Those of you who are familiar with tarot cards will know Temperance for sure. She's a symbol of moderation. One interesting thing to note is the difference in intensity of the color of Temperance between these two paintings. Do we agree that the woman on the right painting is less inhibited? It may be said that the fact that her temperance is less intense in color signifies that her moderation is less than that of the woman in the left painting. Now let's turn our attention and compare these two paintings instead. The painting on the left we already know is called A Lady and Two Gentlemen, and the painting on the right I've touched upon a little bit at the beginning of this video, and it's called A Girl Asleep. It's a very famous Vermeer's painting. There are fruits on the tables in these two paintings, and actually different kinds of fruit symbolize different things. Do you wonder why the fruit has to be citrus? Well, that's because they are sour, and that symbolizes sour love and false friendship that comes with seductive love. On the other hand, in A Girl Asleep, even though a bowl of fruit is a clear symbol of temptation, apples seem to be the main player here. Apple is the fruit of evil and temptation according to the story of Adam and Eve. Actually, Vermeer also painted a lot of grapes in this painting, which he later painted over, and we'll see later that he changed his mind and painted over a lot of things in this painting. Anyway, grapes are a symbol of fertility. However, if you are a connoisseur of Dutch culture, you would know the Book of Emblems by Jacob Cats, and you also know that grapes also signify virginity, so does the fact that he removed it mean something? Now, let's take a closer look into A Girl Asleep. What's the story here? Can we find more symbols of seductive love? It's actually not easy to interpret this painting because Vermeer has painted over a lot of things. Here we see that the young woman is wearing something like a satin. She's all dressed up, wearing earrings. Has she been out? Is she waiting for someone? A lover, maybe? Why is the door open? Why is the chair in that position? Has someone been here before and just left? What's the story? Well, fortunately, we have technology that can help us answer that. According to the X-ray of the painting, Vermeer initially painted a man with a dog in the room behind. Was he the man that bring her into this dreamy state? Although we cannot see the dog anymore, we can still analyze it. In 17th century paintings, dog is a symbol of not only being mindful of immoral behaviors, but also of fidelity and faithfulness to only one lover. So can it be that the fact that it's been removed means she no longer observes what the dog symbolizes? Almost invisible here in front of the bowl of fruit is a Römer wine glass that has fallen. This type of wine glass was popular in the 17th century's Netherlands and Germany, and the fact that it has fallen suggests perhaps that the man was here and already left. The drinking was done, and the glass also symbolizes emptiness, just like the relationship between the man and this woman. Perhaps it also serves as a warning that when love is of this nature, we should keep it a secret. If you look very closely above the sleeping woman, you see a painting. Not a lot of details there, but we can see what seems to be the left leg of Cupid and a mask. This is most likely based on this painting, Amor Holding a Glass Orb by Caesar van Everdingen. We know that Cupid is a symbol of love, but what does a mask symbolize? Changing of one's identity? Deceit? Covering of one's vice? The fact that it's put in this painting probably gives us a clue into the deceiving nature of the relationship between the man and this woman. Definitely not a good thing. We'll now turn our attention to this painting, Officer and Laughing Girl. The nature of the interaction between the man and the woman in this painting is open to interpretation. It could be innocent, but not only in real life does the smallest body language matters. In this painting, the fact that she sits with confident and anticipating pose and that her hand is open, holding a white wine glass, lead us to suspect that perhaps she's open to temptation. What exactly do you think is the purpose of the map here? Well, the best we could come up with is a conjecture. Actually, many Vermeer experts have come up with different theories, but as we are discussing the topic of seductive love symbols, one theory fits this. It posits that conquering love, that is, seducing the woman, just like in battle planning, is a strategic work. That's also why the officer is wearing red, a color of emotion and passion, and sitting in what seems like an aggressive pose. And as to what the real nature of the relationship is, we do not know. Some even believe that this is nothing less than an honorable courtship. So that's it for today then, friends. We have analyzed a lot of symbols of seductive love in these 4 paintings in this video. In the next video, I'll be talking about symbols of paid love. So until next time.